Hello and welcome to our co-branding strategy. I'm Catherine, this is Georgina, and Ken's also presenting as well.
So the background of Toblerone. In 1908, Toblerone was invented and soon became a distinct brand, priding itself on its unique example of outstanding product branding. Toblerone's name, its chocolate, triangular peaks and unmistakable branded packaging are instantly recognised throughout the world, being exported to 101 countries by 1963. In addition to this, Toblerone accounts for 40% of the Swiss chocolate exports, reporting sales of £269.8 million in 2008 in comparison with its closest Swiss chocolate competitor Milka, that reported sales of £1.2 billion. Toblerone was also ranked the third most influential candy bar of all time. Duty-free shops remain the largest stockists of Toblerone, and it's traditionally regarded as a gift for special occasion purchase.
And now for the background of Quaker. For over 130 years, the humble oat has inspired Quaker to produce delicious, nourishing food. In 1877, Quaker Oats was registered as the first trademarked breakfast cereal, with the brand being selected as a symbol of good quality and honest value. Quaker Oats have been maintained a steady foothold within the hot cereals market through innovating and revealing new products to the market that symbolise quality, taste and convenience. The Quaker brand is widely associated with connotations of healthiness and nutritional value. However, a recent trend highlights that 44% of breakfast cereal consumers would be likely to try porridges with separate toppings and flavours, whilst 33% would be likely to try chocolate cereals, suggesting there is a market opportunity for Quaker to diversify into the chocolate cereals market.
Starting with political factors. So there's been increased pressure to introduce sugar tax on products with a high sugar content, and the 20% sugar tax could prevent 3.7 million people from becoming obese, leading to a reduced cost to the UK economy. Although there are increased efforts to introduce a tax on high sugar products, an attempt to tackle the obesity epidemic, at this time no tangible steps have been taken by the government. And although the high sugar content of flavoured cereals are likely barrier to entry, for Toblerone it's not so much an issue, as we have opted to incorporate Toblerone into our product in a miniature form, so that we are able to maintain the sugar content of Toblerone as low as possible, as Oats So Simple has 8.96 grams of sugar per 40 grams serving, opposed to 11 and 14 grams of its closest competitor.
Economic factors. A rise in real income provides scope for premiumisation. However, although household incomes are expected to regain momentum, it's likely that the savvy shopper mentality will linger as a result of price match promises and the rise of discount alternatives. The heightened cost of food has caused a shift in consumer buying habits, with many shoppers opting to trade down from market leaders to discount alternatives. In addition to this, higher earners that describe their financial situation as healthy show greater interest in single portion sachets or porridge pots sold separately, therefore reinforcing the scope for premium pricing. By co-branding two reputable brands which have a strong brand image amongst consumers with relation to taste, quality and health credentials, we will benefit in terms of brand loyalty, minimising the threat of discounted alternatives such as Aldi that charge 35p for their Harvest Morn porridge pots. In addition to this, although we can opt for premium pricing strategy, we have adopted product line pricing in order to compete pricing our product at £1 per unit.
So now for the social factors. In 2015, the Public Healthy England report has stated that 25% of adults, 10% of 4 to 5 years old, 19% of 10 to 11 years old are obese, costing the NHS £5.1 billion every year.
Also, a recent survey from Keynote has found that 37% of consumers want cereal firms to reduce sugar in their produce. So our product aims to have low sugar contents and to be high in nutritional value, including minerals and fibres, which helps the consumer to feel fuller for longer. Moreover, there is a potential for industry experts to target the growing younger generation, as Mintel reports predict that the number of 0 to 14 years old is set to rise by 6.4% over 2015 to 2020. Therefore, by targeting families, we will benefit from the ever-growing younger generation with a great access to the £1.6 billion breakfast cereal market. For technological factors. Technological advancements in packaging has enabled Quaker to create a pot which prevents consumers from having to transfer the contents into a bowl, eating straight from the packaging, promoting the convenient element of the product. Other technological advancements highlight the potential of creating a thermally insulated pot so porridge can be kept warm throughout the day, further promoting the on-the-go convenient element of the product. Hot cereals, especially porridge, is widely promoted throughout the media for their healthy perceptions, and the growth of social media platforms highlight the scope for marketing experts to advertise socially, with Facebook reporting 1.59 billion monthly active users and 43% of consumers engaging with brand or product advertisement on the likes of Facebook and Twitter. Toblerone is taking advantage of social media advancements in the social era through promoting via Facebook.
The environmental factors. The effects of the Ebola epidemic continue to have effects on cocoa sourcing throughout 2015, and the cereals market is extremely volatile to fluctuating wheat prices owing to weather conditions. However, oats are a lot hardier than other grains as they wear a protective jacket called its husk, sheltering from changes in weather conditions. Consumers are being increasingly concerned about the sustainability of product packaging, with 23% of consumers checking that packaging is recyclable before purchasing. Both Toblerone pots and the lid are made from recyclable materials.
Competitors of porridge pots. Contemporary market activity has been constrained by several subversive trends, namely the flourishing of alternative breakfast sectors such as on-the-go breakfast bars, the growth of our own label brands, and the consolidation of health concerns. Price is the primary driver behind consumer product choice, with 41% of consumers citing price as the foremost consideration in food purchase. As a result, Aldi and Lidl's sales of breakfast cereals are up by 35.3% and 30.7% respectively, with Aldi pricing their own brand Harvest Morn porridge pots at 35 pence. Kellogg's has looked to draw children into the porridge category through launching Cocoa Pops porridge and Crunchy Nut porridge in 2015. However, Toblerone has an advantage over competitors in terms of lower sugar content. Cocoa Pops porridge has 11 grams of sugar per 40 grams serving. Crunchy Nut porridge had 14.7 grams of sugar per 40 grams serving, and Quaker porridge contains the lowest of 8.9 grams of sugar per serving.
During our customer analysis, we found that there was a heightened demand for variety and convenience. Although there are increased concerns around sugar content, most consumers continue to see a place in their diets for an unhealthy treat, highlighting the opportunity for snack makers to balance a strike between health credentials and tasty treats. Consumers are becoming increasingly concerned with the tangible benefits provided through breakfast cereals, highlighting an opportunity for manufacturers to focus on a message of tummy health. The UK consumer base is demonstrating its willingness to spend more on products with proven health benefits. There's a price-led mentality, and even though household incomes are expected to regain momentum, it is likely the savvy shopper mentality will linger. There's a growth of nutritionally savvy customers, and taste is an important consideration for food purchase according to 90% of the UK population, with 29% owing it as the most important factor. Those ages 25 to 34 and 45 plus are the core users of porridge.
And now for our market analysis. Ready-to-eat cereals still account for 85% of the breakfast market value as consumers opt for speed and convenience. And the breakfast cereals market is gripped by concerns over sugar content, powered by worsening obesity levels. And the heightened health consciousness is manifested in the drive for hot cereals, especially porridge. These products are perceived to be healthier and widely promoted throughout the media. And 45% of consumers are likely to switch between different types of breakfast, demonstrating the challenge for breakfast providers to grasp brand loyalty amongst consumers. In sum, the industry continues to exhibit year-on-year growth, with market value increasing by 3.9% to 1.66 billion in 2014, demonstrating that the breakfast cereals industry is a growing yet stable market to target.
Introducing Toblerone. Toblerone is a great way for porridge on the go. Just add water, stir and go. We aim to bring Toblerone to the market in a range of different flavours, incorporating Quaker Oats original flavoured porridge with elements of Toblerone peaks in a miniature form. Chocolate, in moderation, provides a number of health benefits, and whole grains providing a rich source of fibre, vitamins and minerals, as well as a beta-glucan which helps to lower cholesterol.
So our key rationale behind our co-brand. Although Quaker offer a wide range of flavours, they fail on incorporating a chocolate flavour into their Oats So Simple range, and therefore we have identified a gap in their product range. A report by Mintel also indicates that 33% of consumers would be likely to purchase chocolate cereals, highlighting an opportunity in the market. Through our co-branding strategy, we aim to bring together two strong, reputable brands. Quaker was the only manufacturer of hot cereals to see value growth during 2015 and accounts for almost 50p in every £1 spent on the hot cereals, with their product displaying a brand image widely associated with taste, healthiness, tradition, comfort and quality. Toblerone maintains this strong brand image with its instantly recognisable logo, being distributed to over 100 countries globally. Therefore, by co-branding these two reputable brands, we aim to establish a strong brand that will be easily visible by consumers. A report by Mintel highlighted a gap in the market for manufacturers to balance the strike between the pressure to improve product health credentials as well as catering to the majority who think there is a place and time for treats. Therefore, by introducing our healthy but tasty treat Toblerone to the market, we hope to satisfy this gap. Our co-branding strategy also aims to satisfy both of the brand's future growth strategy, with Toblerone repositioning its brand from a hard-to-get holiday chocolate to a brand that's made exclusively for everyone. By entering the cereals market, we will be bringing elements of Toblerone into consumers' daily breakfast experience. In addition to this, Quaker's expansion strategy focuses on bringing in younger consumers in bigger numbers, expanding their traditional market of 25 to 34s and those aged 45 and plus, who are the core users of porridge products.
Market segmentation is used widely across business sectors to manage diverse customer needs and to ensure effective resource allocation, and therefore we have segmented the market based on a multivariable strategy. Segmentation variables refer to the dimensions or characteristics of individuals, groups, or businesses that are used for dividing a total market into segments. Segmenting the market based on a multivariable strategy will enable us to get a greater understanding of the segments we wish to target and will also enable us to determine relevant positioning strategies, enabling a fully integrated marketing approach.
So, demographic variables, we are segmenting the market focusing upon families of mixed age and gender. Whilst traditionally women are significantly more likely to eat porridge, and those aged 25 to 34 and 45 and over are the core users of porridge. By introducing Toblerone to the market, we hope to establish a new segment that aims to bring Toblerone into people's everyday lives whilst encouraging porridge eating amongst younger consumers. Now for psychographic variables.
So far, our product is focusing on the consumer with working lifestyle that want to keep a balance of healthiness while providing their family with a quick but tasty breakfast option. The reason is because from the Mintel report, it has stated 45% of customers will select breakfast cereal that are quick to prepare. For example, quicker packaging not need for consumer to transfer the product into a bowl before heating. Also, from the Breakfast Cereal Information Service 2016, it shows 47% of the consumers skipping breakfast because they do not have the time.
And for the behaviouristic variables, our market segment will focus upon those that wish to achieve a healthy yet tasty lifestyle. We aim to segment upon benefit expectations in the form of being high in nutrients, fibre and essential vitamins and minerals that are essential for tummy health, as Mintel highlights that indicating a message focusing on tummy health will appeal to a sizable minority. In addition, we aim to segment the market based upon the convenience of our product, as a report by Mintel indicates that being quick to prepare was ranked the most influential factor when choosing breakfast products at home. In addition to this, 45% of cereal porridge eaters say they are likely to switch between different types of breakfast, making it difficult to capture and retain customers.
Targeting refers to the decision about which market segments an organisation decides to prioritise for its sales and marketing efforts. In order to focus upon the wants and needs of our market segments, we have opted for a concentrated approach targeting families consisting of working parents and children. Opting for a healthy but tasty breakfast option with the target market having similar wants and needs, predominantly flavour, nutrition and convenience. A concentrated targeting strategy will enable us to develop effective marketing strategies specific to our target market and will allow us to be more responsive to consumer needs. In addition to this, other brands such as Crunchy Nut, Cheerios and Frosties that target families have demonstrated a wider breadth of appeal with consumers ranging from 16 to 44, suggesting that this target market could potentially allow Toblerone to gain a steady foothold in the breakfast cereals market, currently valued at £1.6 billion. By adopting a concentrated marketing strategy, we will be able to ensure that positioning messages are clear, consistent, competitive and creditable.
We aim to position Toblerone in the market with associations of taste, healthiness and convenience. We hope to establish a brand identity based on healthiness and flavour, promoting the tangible benefits of our products in the form of high nutritional content, as almost half of breakfast eaters are likely to try porridge that claims to help with gut health and digestion, communicating a message focusing on tummy health. In addition to this, taste is an important consideration for over 90% of breakfast eaters, therefore it's vital. It is essential to promote the speed of preparing our tasty product, capturing the attention of 47% of consumers that skip breakfast because they don't have time. Our positioning statement aims to bring all of these elements together. Tastes good, looks good, does good, at your fingertips.
We will be utilising a range of integrated marketing communications, creating a consistent message of taste, healthiness and convenience among our target segment. We aim to communicate with our target market through using the AIDA model, cognitively establishing a brand image of tastiness, healthiness and convenience in our consumer's mind. Effectively, encouraging breakfast amongst children and working parents, as 47% of people skip breakfast as they do not have time. Therefore, it is vital that we communicate the on-the-go element of Toblerone. And finally, behaviourally, encouraging our consumers to take action and purchase our unique Toblerone product. Firstly, with our brand, we hope to maintain Quaker's efforts to encourage breakfast amongst young consumers. Therefore, Toblerone will engage in direct sponsorship of Quaker's Feed Their Future campaign that aims to encourage breakfast amongst children, as 32% of school children reportedly go without breakfast. Through supporting their Feed Their Future campaign launched by Quaker, Toblerone will have direct access to their target market, avoiding barriers of TV advertising to children. In addition to this, at Toblerone, we pride ourselves on the tasty element of our product, as it's a factor that's important to 90% of consumers. Therefore, we will encourage sales promotions, launching taster stores within major distributors, allowing consumers to indulge on the great taste of our products whilst delivering the tangible benefits in the form of nutritional content and convenience. Offering free samples will enable us to connect with our target market directly with their senses, encouraging impulse purchase. In addition to this, we will take advantage of technological advancements concerning the increase of social media platforms, such as Facebook, that has 1.59 billion monthly active users, covering a large demographic age range below 13 to 25 and over, and therefore Facebook is a great place to start social media marketing due to the breadth of active users. Furthermore, a report claims that 43% of children aged 9 to 12 maintain a social media networking profile. Therefore, Facebook holds great opportunities for us to promote Toblerone and have direct access to our target market, and holds great benefits, as 43% of social media users can recollect engaging in product or brand advertisement on social media platforms over the last 3 months, with 19% of those further reporting that they follow a brand after engaging with social media advertising. Overall, we wish to utilise a pull positioning strategy, highlighting the brand identity, conveying the tangible benefits of our products, and communicating these with our target audience. By doing so, we will establish a brand image that fulfills the benefit expectations of consumers, encouraging them to seek out Toblerone and support the ethos of Toblerone, encouraging a healthy, tasty, convenient breakfast option.
And now introducing our marketing mix. Starting with price, although a report by Mintel into the UK breakfast cereals market highlights scope for premiumisation as a result of rising real incomes, there is a continuing price sensitivity within the market as a result of discount retailers such as Aldi and Lidl. In addition to this, the report highlights that price is the primary driver behind breakfast purchasing decisions, with 41% of consumers citing price as the foremost consideration. Therefore, we are opting for a product line pricing strategy, pricing at the same cost as the other flavours offered by Quaker, £1 per unit. We will be distributing our products via major grocery retail stores such as Tesco and Sainsbury's, as 35% of consumers visit these venues to buy breakfast cereals. In addition to this, we will also distribute via cafes such as Greggs and Costa, as between 26 to 34% of consumers visit these outlets to buy breakfast. This will also demonstrate the convenience on-the-go element of our product. There's 4 levels of a product: the core product, which is a healthy, tasty, convenient breakfast product, and the second level, which is the actual product, which is the Toblerone porridge pot. The third level is the additional services, being high nutrients, fibre, vitamins, and a reputable co-branding. Future uses are for healthy and better lifestyles. Toblerone aims to provide a tasty and healthy on-the-go breakfast option to consumers that demand convenience, with 45% of consumers opting for the breakfast that is quick to prepare, shortly followed by 29% of consumers that opt for flavour, and 22% demonstrating demands for products that are low in fat and high in fibre. By incorporating the renowned taste of Toblerone, we aim to appeal to a new, broader target segment, encouraging breakfast among amongst younger consumers, banishing traditional porridge purchasing habits. We aim to establish a brand image based on perceptions of healthiness, convenience, and taste.
Our promotional efforts are sponsorships of Quaker's Feed Their Future campaign, sales promotions including taster stalls in larger distributors, and also social media advertising.
The good point about this product is the two brands has a positive image, also a large stable market. Our product has satisfied the influences of process, including quick to prepare, keep me fuller for longer. It's very much high in fiber.
So the weaknesses for our products is that it still constrains sugar in the form of miniature Toblerone pyramids. Therefore, those sugar-conscious customers may avoid indulging in our product. Opportunities to diversify the product range further with Quaker, looking into granola and breakfast bars, enabling the potential to gain a greater market share in the 1.6 billion industry. Also, another opportunity is the number of 0 to 15-year-olds is set to rise by 6.4% over 2015 to 2020, highlighting opportunity to expand into the family market. The threats are that vast competition from industry dominators such as Kellogg's and Nestle, with Kellogg's holding a third of sales alone, competitors entering the porridge market, i.e. Kellogg's with Cocoa Pops porridge and Aid Children as well. Potential introduction of sugar tax will have negative consequences on sales.
So in conclusion, Toblerone is a unique product that aims to build a strong brand image of taste, healthiness and convenience. Toblerone will provide consumer value by providing a tasty product high in fibre and nutritional value, satisfying the gap in the market for a product that balances the strike between health credentials and a tasty treat. This co-brand will enable Toblerone to fulfil its growth strategy of entering the mass market, of repositioning itself as a brand that's made exclusively for everyone. The co-brand will enable Toblerone to enter a market currently valued at £1.6 billion, which continues to exhibit year-on-year growth, with market value increasing by 3.9% to £1.66 billion in 2014, demonstrating that the breakfast cereals industry is a growing yet stable market.
Thank you for your time. We hope you've enjoyed the potential co-brand between Quaker Oats and Toblerone.